Hello, meatbags. Today, I got a treat for you. I'm going to do 3 Laci Green videos in a row. Because I've been gone for so long, and I haven't made any videos, so I'm making up to you all by watching 3 of her videos at once. May Creator help me.
I had a lot of fun tonight.
Me too.
Not even 5 seconds, literally 5 seconds into this, and I'm already pissed off. So Laci, you think that men are terrified of getting the bill. You know everyone, including men, especially women, feel that men should pay for the date every time and all the time. That is the main standard that men are held to, and feminists like you just don't give 2 shits in a handbag about it.
I got it.
Oh my god, if I don't pay for this, she won't go out with me again.
Oh, no, you really don't have to. Oh my god, if he lets me pay, that means he doesn't actually like me.
First off, yeah, she probably will, because her seeing that he may not even pay for the full meal is him being cheap. That is always how it is seen. Well, at least not to the Dutch. And what did she say?
Oh my god, if he lets me pay, that means he doesn't actually like me.
If he actually lets me pay, that means he doesn't like me.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense!
No, it's the gentleman thing to do is to pay for the meal. Again, the standard for men. There are some cases where they say, hey, let me pay for my half, and say, okay, we can do that. But look, he could still pay for the damn meal and still not like you, you moronic meat puppet.
No, it's okay. I got it.
Is she testing me?
No, come on, let's at least split it. I really like him, please don't take me up on this.
So that everyone knows what the fuck she just said. She said, I really like him, please don't take me up on this. Basically saying pay for the fucking meal, you cheap asshole. You're supposed to pay for the meal, god damn it. So in this entire thing, she says she wants to split the bill, but really she's saying, fucking feed me and pay up, bitch.
Are you saying this wasn't a date?
Well, that got weird fast. Hi, I'm Laci Green.
I don't give a fuck!
And I'm wondering why we do this, and where we got the idea that the guy should pay on heterosexual dates.
You do realize the man always has to pay on a gay date, right? And the real reason why the man pays for the meal was not a gentleman thing back then in the 1920s, when dating started. With feminism have yet to tackle the actual wage gap till the second wave, women made less than men, so they felt the need to pay for everything, and that became the norm and the standard for men.
Because that's the way it's always been done.
Well, not quite. Dating is a relatively new custom.
Yeah, it was not always like that because of an arranged marriage is the act to gain property, business, or money. But 96 years is not new. 100 years is not new. Not even barely new. Jesus Christ, has it been changed to somewhat new? Has it gone the way of literally? God damn it.
For most of Western history, our families arranged matches for us. But in the 20s, after women entered the workforce, dating became a working class phenomenon.
Hey Jessica, what do you say we go out this weekend? I'll even take you to the moving pictures.
All right, Michael, but no funny business.
You know, if you're going to push your bullshit agenda, at least be accurate. In the 1920s was the starting year of the Prohibition until the 1930s. Knowing that, new saloons did not hire women because of the presumed knowledge women can't mix drinks right. Until in 1939, before Pearl Harbor, women secretly trained barmaids for yet another draft would happen if America would enter this next world war. And did in 1941 when Pearl Harbor happened. 100 barmaids in New York were employed by 75 bars. But women were not truly okay to be bartenders until the early 1980s. But you know the real thing that's wrong with this is that most black people were not even allowed in most bars in 1920. So having the black woman as the bartender is not accurate. You're trying to be diverse is showing how you don't do your research enough, though I know you don't do actual research and don't provide links. But when you do, it's crap that's about a paragraph long.
What would your mother say about this? Working in a speakeasy. Making dates like a common whore.
Yikes. See, women who made dates, literally wrote dates down in their calendar, were seen as no different than prostitutes.
That's history in a nutshell. What's seen as bad now, probably later in life is not as bad because back then prostitution was well managed, as some still make dates. Now back then it was seen to be no less like a common whore, as you so put it. But nowadays it's normal.
Really?
Yeah, dating didn't become mainstream until middle and upper class men and women decided to rebel against their parents and say, hey, don't we deserve a say in our love lives too?
Parents telling kids who to marry is the way it's always been done.
So dating itself was seen as radical because of the autonomy. And while men generally picked up the bill, no one saw it becoming an expectation.
You kind of proving my point there, Laci. I said a moment ago it was common for a man to get the bill, so much so it became the standard.
In World War II, about half of eligible men served overseas rather than working at home, giving women a more prominent role in the national economy. A new phrase emerged called going Dutch.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. If you go out on the street right now and ask who should pay the bill, you are going to get, well, I feel it should be the man, right? Because they took me out, right?
Which meant splitting the bill.
Let's go Dutch, Mikey. I'm good for it. And I know the war's been real bad for your family.
Well, I don't know much about the Netherlands, but okay.
And actually, by 1948, 37% of men and women said they enjoyed splitting the bill.
Okay, I looked for about 30 minutes looking for that claim you just made. I cannot find anything about this. But this is not 1948. So I'm going to chalk this up to that you just pulled this out of your ass like you did with the fake rape percentage.
Dating was widespread and encouraged.
So what happened?
A little thing called the 1950s. Yep, you can thank the 50s for reinforcing a lot of the gender roles that we still see today. During that era, teen magazines delivered mass culture to your doorstep, and their dating advice columns, well, here are a few choice quotes.
A belle is rated by the amount of money spent on her.
Paying the girls' way gives me a responsible and important feeling. It makes me feel superior to my date.
I can't picture any normal girl even suggesting she pay her own way.
Well, if it isn't the cauldron calling the kettle black. Laci, don't you have a separate channel that gives women advice how to fucking squirt?
Wow, that's pretty harsh.
So where does that leave us today? If you look online, you'll find lots of different opinions about it. From the feminist end of the spectrum,
Expecting men to pick up the check perpetuates our history of imbalanced gender power dynamics.
Men should pick up the check, at least until women are getting equal pay.
Cue the clip.
The wage gap is simply the average earnings of men and women working full-time. It does not count for different job positions, hours worked, or different jobs. It has nothing to do with the same job. It has nothing to do with discrimination.
First off, wage gap. It's not real. Not anymore. So feminist number one thinks by letting the man pay for your entire meal is being a weak, pathetic woman that must always now be under the man's ruling. While feminist 2 is stating, you know what, I want a free meal, I still hate this meal, but hey, free fucking meal.
all the way to fringy men's rights activists.
A guy should always pay for drinks and dinner. That way, at the end of the night, she knows she owes him something.
Bro, I never pay. Don't you know that's a deep-seated feminist conspiracy that has to end?
Wow, that's totally what a male activist is. That's not cartoonish at all, because we all know men just want to rape and murder and take all their frustrations out on women. Jesus, how biased can you fucking be? This is angry Aussie worth material.
So what's the point here? If a tradition doesn't jive with our generation, we can change it. It's not like there aren't other ways of doing things.
You cool to split? Yeah. Awesome.
Look, we already have different ways to do it, But saying the man paying for everything is not a bad thing, okay? It just shows how much of a gentleman he is. But if he keeps doing it and keeps doing it, and down the line he asks, hey, you want to split it? And they make it a big scene, then it's going to be a problem. You can't get rid of it.
And if we want to change things like our grandparents and our great-grandparents did, then maybe it's time to accept that some social norms are best left in the past.
I wonder what you're going to tell your grandkids about squirting.
Will somebody pay the goddamn check already?
I got this one, guys.
And with that, round one is complete. I'll leave you meatbags with this one video I found while researching and finding stuff for the video. That just can sum up Laci's video entirely. I'll link the original in the description below. From a man named Matthew Hussey. I hope I'm saying it correctly. And I will see you meatbags in the next video.
And I've just shit myself!
Look, okay, to give you a quick answer on, firstly, I think we should just deal with the who should pay thing to begin with. When you're on a date, who should pay?
I know. I mean, that's what I told them. You know, I'm sorry.
But
I would say I'm dating. We're dating.
But here's the
gentleman here.
Okay, he's supposed to pay.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
But you're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
No. Whenever Walt.
Where does this double standard come from? I'm sorry, it's the reality. You guys you can moan at it all you want, but the moment you say to a guy, you have to fucking pay for my time, you're saying this relationship isn't equal.